Hey everyone, it's FLAK. Battlefield 2042 will close out 2023 on a high note, but next year may be even more exciting. Developers just released a festive new video on socials that makes a not-so-subtle promise. Can you guess what it is? In case it wasn't obvious, Battlefield 2042 is probably getting a Season 7. The tongue-in-cheek reveal features senior producer Ryan MacArthur thanking fans for their continued feedback in support of the game, which has certainly seen its challenges over the last 2 years. Now, you might argue 7 is the most important number in this video, right? There are 7 penguins, 7 cookies, and the number adorns just about everything in frame. However, I think the magic number here is 2, specifically the 2 pieces of paper on the table in front of Ryan. A quick look reveals their maps of South America and the Middle East. This likely means that there are 2 maps arriving with Season 7 next year. This is further confirmed by the director's voice in the video reminding Ryan that he's supposed to be in a playtest for the Season 7 maps. That's maps, plural, with an S. And if we really take a close look at the 2 maps on the table, they're not just simple Google Map printouts. There's some actual text overlay on these images. We can see a location dot and tag in both images. It is a bit hard to see on the second, but it's definitely there if you compare them. This likely tells us exactly where the new maps will be set for Season 7, probably in Chile and Bahrain. Based on the map on the left, it looks like we could see a remaster of a classic Bad Company 2 map, Atacama Desert. It turns out DICE might have some additional motivation to make this happen since EA shut down the Bad Company 2 servers on December 8th, thus making it unplayable online. Adding a classic map from that game might help take the sting out of that loss, and well, you'd also be able to play it in new and interesting ways on Portal. Devs could, of course, also take us somewhere new, right? South America is a hotspot for NOPAT activity after all. Orbital, set in French Guiana while stranded, is located in part of the Panama Canal. As for the other map, with Qatar already home to Hourglass, the tiny island nation of Bahrain seems a great candidate for a Battlefield map. The country features a lot of interesting locations. For example, there's a historic fort there and a lot of man-made islands. Certainly produce some interesting gameplay. On the other hand, devs could simply pull from a ton of other maps set in and around the Gulf of Oman or take us somewhere new entirely. I think it's important to note here, in the entire 2-year existence of Battlefield 2042, no season has featured more than 1 new map. We did, of course, get reworks of every launch map, but in terms of new Battlefield maps, every season was capped at just 1. This made it difficult to be excited about Battlefield 2042 and, of course, made it easier for critics to doubt EA's support for the title. It doesn't help that previous Battlefield games, including Battlefield 5's live service, delivered much more in terms of maps and other content. Hopefully, this is a sign of things to come for Battlefield 2042. New direction, if you will. Developers did manage to complete a massive overhaul of the game, finally hitting some community goalposts. Again, all the game's launch maps reworked and significant resources spent on improving and streamlining gameplay. You might remember the game set concurrent player records for Steam back in October and has actually managed to retain a solid chunk of that audience since. If EA wants to continue the game's rise from the ashes, nothing here will suffice except for more support and content. We are in for a bit of a wait though. Looks like Season 6 doesn't wrap up until the end of January. Add on a couple of weeks for a holiday and FICA, and it's likely we're not going to see any Season 7 content until probably sometime in February. Still, devs say there will be some new rewards doled out in that time span, as well as some new game experiences. If you want to see all this stuff on the schedule between now and then, you can visit Battlefield 2042's community calendar. I'll leave a link to that down in the video description. Personally, I'm really hopeful this is Battlefield turning a page as a franchise. The last few years have been incredibly rough. There's been a lot of patching and fixing and not really a lot of building. And hopefully that's going to change here soon. It has been very difficult to be a Battlefield creator over that span of time as well. I am currently working on a video examining the evolution of 2042 since launch, so if you want to be a part of that, tell me your experience with the game in the comments. For example, what did you like or dislike? What brought you back to the game? Or if you still haven't tried or played Battlefield 2042, what's keeping you out? Tell me down below. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If not, a dislike. Make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to get updates on the latest Battlefield 2042 news. If you want to support the channel, keep your money, share this video, or check out some of our channel sponsors. All of that goes a long way to help. As always, thanks for watching.